Hello, this is Sonja from My Happy Space. Welcome back at my channel. Today I want to tell you my setup with WordNet, what I'm planning to do for it. I'm very excited. This is my first time I'm doing WordNet. So yeah, I'm a real Bible nerd. I love to study the Word of God in depth and just look at words and see the meaning behind it, and especially see the thread, how it goes through the Bible. So what I've got here is I've got my printable here. I've printed it a little bit smaller, and I will tell you the reason why I'm going to do that. And I'm going to put the booklet together in a minute. I might take you through how I do it. I just follow Hello Jilski's tutorial, what she's done, but maybe you haven't seen it and it's might be interested to you. So I'm not going to do a detailed one, just a quick one. I'm going to put it together. So that's that. Then obviously you get these pages also, which was $1. It's probably not anymore. It was just for 1 week or $1. So I think that's very handy. So if you want to do extra studies, you can add that into your book. So I might do that. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to incorporate it in my little booklet. And then what I'm going to do is I've chosen this paper. Let me see what paper it is. The brand, oh, it's Kaiser Craft. It's the Bless collection. It's probably one of my favorite collections. And these colors works perfectly. So what I was going to do is, I haven't decided if I want to use this for the outside or this. But I want to divide it into 3. And then I want to fold it up. And it's almost like a flip file that closes. So we're going to do that together. So I'll show you how to do that. And then I want to put my devotion maybe in the middle. And then these extra ones here. And then my ephemera and things like that also in the pocket. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got that. Then I also drew some things. I was inspired by Top Notch video in Instagram, what things he pulled. But I must say, I also immediately thought of this devotional when I thought of WordNet with the glasses and study the Word of God. So I just printed my one sheet off because if I'm not going to use it, I always, it's upside down. So I'm always using these flowers anyway. I love them. And these little marks also, I constantly use them. So if I don't end up using it for this devotion, I'm anyway going to fussy cut it and I can use it for different ones. And then another thing I'm going to use, there was some library cards with this devotion also, but I'm part of the Fearless Summer Camp, and we got some printables part of it, and it had these beautiful library cards in it. So I thought I'm just going to use that. The colors works almost perfectly. So if I want to do journaling spots, I can use that. So I've got that. And then the Living Word devotion had the spots and also, so that will work also well with this devotion. You can cut that out also. So if I don't use it, I'm always looking for journaling cards to write things down. So I've printed a sheet of that. Then I'm just going through these things. You might have these things in your stash and you think about it. And then I've got this Bits and Bobs from Vanessa, which is designed by Kelly Banks. I've made already an entry for my sermon notes with this printable. So if I need some more printables, I'll just go and print them off. But I love the colors. It's beautiful. I think it worked perfect with this devotion, the different colors. So that's nice. I've got that. I have that if I want to use this. Then I also have a printable which is called Sent to God. It is by Retro Mama, and it's got little journaling cards, these stamps, some postcards, some letters. So I thought that's also, and I love this also, that's very nice. So some of these elements I can use for my journaling also if I feel like doing that. So if you have this printable, go and get it out. So I'm just going to pop that back in there. This is a WordNet printables, which is, this is fussy cut, so I'm ready to use that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this flip file now. And then I also will show you quickly how I put my devotion together. Let's jump straight in and making the devotion. I've printed all off and cut it to side. And now I'm going to just find the halfway mark for the first page and just scoring it to make it a little bit easier for me to fold. And when I fold it on top of each other, I'm just using my bone folder to make it nice and flat. Then I'm going to put the front cover on top of the first page. So when I'm going to put it on and I'm going to open it, you will see exactly what I mean. So, but in hindsight, I should have not put the front cover on first, but we will get to that problem in a little bit later. So that's the first page. So on the back of the first page, I'm going to use the second page, put that on top after I've scored it in half, or not, yeah, put the halfway mark, find the halfway mark, and then I'm just going to put it back to back. You just need to make sure that you put it very nice and secure on the spine, and try to level them exactly sort of on the same, not skew on top of each other, especially if it's a thick devotion, because it might get very sort of skew and higgledy-piggledy after loads of these double-sided pages is on top of each other. Now here is where I sort of realize I should have not put the front cover on. I forget every time when I put these devotions together. Every time I forget to do it. You should think that by now I should know how to do it, because I always get the printables and I always do my devotions in the same way. I print it out like that. So I'm just putting washi tape over it, just to secure and cover the spine, because obviously you don't want the spine to show. You can use cardstock for that, but I find washi tape works the best. It keeps it nice and secure and it doesn't come loose. And I'm just lifting that front page up. Obviously it damaged my front page a little bit, but luckily you can't really see it very well. And I'm using double-sided tape just to secure it back again, because I thought glue might not work, or anyway, Pritt stick will definitely not work because it's been bent up now, so it needs to be nice and secure. And now at last I'm putting the back page on. So that concludes my putting together of my devotion. So I had a bit of a hiccup with that other paper. I made it and it was a total flop. Luckily I figured out what I did wrong. First of all, I've decided to use 2 papers instead of 1, because it was just a little bit too small using one 12 by 12 paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 papers and I'm going to cut it in 3 sizes. 5 inches, 7 inches and 6.5 inches. And I'm going to put them next to each other. First, the smaller side on the right hand side is 5 inches. The middle is 7 inches and the other side is 6.5 inches. So that's more or less, that gave me enough wiggle room to put all my ephemera and my devotion in. So what I'm doing it, as you see, I've put it next to each other and I'm securing it with washi tape by just putting it very closely together. So the fact that I put washi tape on top of it give it me the effect that I can bend it over. I probably could have scored the one, but then I thought, no, I'll just stick to washi tape now. I've started with that now, so I'm going to continue. Now I'm just sort of eyeballing it, and I'm just bending it over to create this pocket, which I'm going to put obviously my devotion and my ephemera in. And I'm just using my bone folder to make it nice and flat. And so I'm just folding it over to see how it looks. So the shorter side, the 6.5 or the 5 side is going to be in front, and the 6.5 side is going to be in the other side. So you can probably do as you want, but I just found it looks better to me when the smaller size is sort of in front. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a scrap piece of paper and I'm scoring it at 1/2 inch every time. And I want to create this accordion effect, which has almost a little spring effect, which I'm going to put inside of the fold, just to create a little bit of leeway for me to put my ephemera and my devotion in. If I just use double-sided tape and I put it down there and I put it flat, I think it would have been very tight. I would have struggled to get my devotion in there. I would have struggled to put everything else in there. So this little accordion style makes it just that there's a little bit more room. So luckily here I realized what I've done wrong for the first time. I've put the accordion on top of the bend or the fold, and that made it that it didn't want it to fold over. So I'm lucky I saw here that I need to put my double-sided tape just next to the fold in the middle of the washi tape. So then so the folder can fold nice and easily, and this little accordion springs doesn't prevent it from folding over. So that's just a tip if you want to try yourself to do it. Just remember to put it next to the fold on either side. So I'm now trying to close it, just make sure it doesn't go on top of each other. So yeah, here it is now finished. it fold nicely. I'm going to round the corners all over at the top and the side also off camera, because I love the rounded corners. It just creates a little bit more of a sort of a philo fax effect to me. Now I'm just going to make a little round eyelet, which I can wrap twine around there. As I said, these it's probably not even old-fashioned folders, but these office folders also always had these round little thingies which you wrap the rope around. So I've just created that. And now I'm just using my round pound circle just to create little indents there in the pockets, just to know this is pockets. It's just nice to me. And then I'm using the leftover pattern paper to make little tuck spot there for my smaller ephemera. And yet again, I'm just making a little dent in there, half circle, just to give an effect of this is a pocket. I'm going to round the corners also of these little pockets. I just want to continue the theme of the round corners. And I'm going to put it together or tuck it, stick it on there with double-sided tape, because I want it actually nice and tight to keep my smaller ephemera in there. So I've done it now. I've gave a middle pocket also, and now I've got this little white envelope which I'm going to put the smaller ephemera, which comes with this printable and all the other ephemera I've chose to go in there. With this devotion, I can put it in that small little envelope so it doesn't get lost. Then I'm putting the bigger ephemera. I'm going to put that in that stuck spot there. So if when I do the devotion, I can make use of it when the time comes. And then my bigger journaling cards, I'm going to put there on the right hand side. I'm going to tuck that in there. And the small little journaling cards which come with the printable, I'm going to put there in the middle. And then the tabs and the tags, I'm going to put in that pocket on the left hand side. So now I want to decorate the front cover. So I'm just grabbing my Bailey, the girl Bailey, and the word nerd sticker or printable. And and I'm just going to put glasses there, which is from the Living Word from Tyler. I'm going to put that on top of there. And then I've just playing around with my ephemera. I want to do the inside. The nice thing about the printables is I don't have to be stingy. I can use all these printables and I can just print it again. So that's a very nice thing about that. And then I want to put that little scissors definitely somewhere. They are so cute. And my badge for doing, I haven't done word nerd yet, but that's my badge. So yeah, I love how it turned out. I think it turned out very nicely. I just sort of made it up as I go. That's probably why it went wrong the first time. But actually it was a happy accident, because I love this cardstock with the typewriter and the typewriter font on the backside, the green. And I love how it turned out. So I'm definitely going to do some entries in my Bible. Let me know how you're going to work through WordNet. I really would like to know if you're going to do it. It's not for everybody. I know some people prefer different devotions than sort of studying in depth the word of God. But I like that. As I said in the beginning, I'm a real word nerd. I like to do that. That really appeals to me. So let me know if you're doing it and how you're going to do it. What is your setup? So I'm just using some baker twine to wrap around that little eyelet there. I don't actually know exactly how it's supposed to be. I'm just, as long as it just goes tightly around it so you can easily open it when you need it. So I think it looks so cute, and Bailey looks so cute with her Bible there. I don't know if we've got a name yet for the other girl. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. It'd be lovely to have you as part of this family. Follow me on Instagram. I do lots of fun things there, extra videos and things on Instagram. It's a lovely community there. So I'd love you if you follow me there also. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. You must have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.